What do you think is the meaning of this whole thing? What's the meaning of life?
Self-respect.
Self-respect.
That's a fast answer. There's a story behind it if you want the story.
I would love to have the story.
There's a covert training base in Alabama, in far south, in like the armpit of America, where elite tier 1 operators go to learn human intelligence stuff. And there's a bar inside this base, and on the wall is just it's scribbles of opinions. And the question in the middle of the wall says, what's the meaning of life?
Mm-hmm.
And all these elite operators over the last 25 or 30 years, they all go, they get drunk, and they scribble their answer, and they circle it with a Sharpie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Love, family, America, freedom, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then the only thing they have to do is, if they're going to write something on there, they have to connect it with something else on the wall, at least one other thing. So if they write love, they can't just leave it floating there. They have to write love in a little bubble and connect it to something else, connect it to family, whatever else. When you look at that wall, the word self-respect is on the wall, and it's got a circle around it. And then you can't see any other word because of all the things that connect to self-respect. Just dozens of people have written their words down and been drawn and scribbled over because of all the lines that connect to self-respect. So what's the meaning of life? From my point of view, I've never seen a better answer. It's all self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, how can you do anything else? How can you love someone else if you don't have self-respect? How can you build a business you're proud of if you don't have self-respect? How can you raise kids? How can you make a difference? How can you pioneer anything? How can you just wake up and have a good day if you don't have self-respect?
The power of the individual. That's what makes this country great. I have to say, after traveling quite a bit in Europe, and especially in a place of war, coming back to the United States makes me really appreciate about the better angels of this nation, the ideals it stands for, the values it stands for. And I'd like to thank you for serving this nation for a time, and humanity for a time, and for being brave enough and bold enough to still talk about it and to inspire others, to educate others, for having many amazing conversations, and for honoring me by having this conversation today. You're an amazing human. Thanks so much for talking today.
Lex, I appreciate the invite, man. It was a joy.